Hey, this is Pat, and today we are checking out the all-new ICON Carga riding shoes. Now, the Carga riding shoes from ICON are a very stylish, low-top, almost skater-style shoe that is designed with moto protection built into it. Now, it's on the lighter side of moto protection, but that's because it's something that you can easily wear around all day. If you're riding to work, you can easily get off and wear them all day and then hop back on the bike. So I like the overall style. I like some of the features that ICON's using, especially coming in at this price point, because you're looking at a $150 pair of riding shoes with D3O built into it, with genuine leather suede throughout, as well as some canvas materials built in, and a reinforced shank sole. So really cool features for the cost benefit that we're seeing out of ICON. So I really like these within their line, especially the three different colorways that they come in, changing out the color of the sole to gum to black to white. I think it looks really sweet on the rider, as well as being very comfortable with a light on the protection. But as long as you're just riding around town or something like that, I think these will be spot on for someone out there who's commuting to work as well. Actually, before I get into the main construction, let's talk about sizing. So these are, they come in sizes ranging from 7 up to 14. You do get some half sizes right in the middle from 8 all the way up to 12. You are getting half sizes in there, which is spot on for me. It's not great for everybody. ICON, if you're listening, I'd love to see half sizes across the entire range like we've seen from other brands out there. But the footbed is gonna be a little bit wider than we see from most of the average footbeds out there in the US market, specifically around the toe box. It's nice and wide. It doesn't hinder your foot. It doesn't feel like it's pinching or anything like that. And especially in the riding position, you tend to put pressure on your foot and it widens a little bit as your body weight's on there even while you're seated. So I like that they gave you extra space at the sides. But one thing I will call out is they do fit about a half size small. So I wear all my US shoe sizes in a 10.5. It's pretty much spot on across all the brands. A size 11 in the Cargas fits me spot on. So if you are looking at the sizing chart, use your US shoe size, and I would actually go up a half size or up to the next size if you need to, just to get that right fitment in there. They will break in, so it will relax a little bit over time, but it's not going to break in too much just with how aggressive the sole is built into these. So keep that in mind while we start looking at the main construction material. I mentioned before, it is a genuine leather suede throughout. So they are actually using suede, which has a really great hand to it, really nice look to it, and they're mixing it in with some canvas in certain areas. So you get that down at the side for a little bit more airflow at the sides. You also get it at the tongue as well as just around the rim at the top of the shoes. So really cool main construction. I think it keeps the overall look in line. Even when you're looking at them from a little bit farther away, it just looks like it's all suede, even though you are getting that canvas on the side with the ICON logo, and you can even see the D3O logo that they're obligated to put on there just popping out as well. But let's talk about the overall features. You're about 6 inches tall in the overall height of these. Flat style sole. You can actually see the sole, it has a little lip to it in the front, which is a bit unique when you're looking at them, but then in the riding position, when you're actually on the balls of your foot, it makes a lot more sense. So if you are riding a sport bike, if you are riding something that isn't just floorboards, you do have a little bit more of that built into it. Makes it a little bit awkward to break in when walking, but it will start to relax a little bit over time. But it is a shank reinforced sole. When you're looking at the sole, it is a pretty sweet diamond pattern throughout, which I think not only looks stylish, reminiscent of a popular off-the-wall style skating brand out there, but it does have some functionality in there. If you put your foot down and there's gravel or anything like that, the more angles, the more different design you can have, the better chances are of your foot actually gripping. And then on the pegs as well, it's going to be gripping up on the bike really nice. And again, it is crush-proof. It is something that's giving a little bit of resilience from the side to keep that sole intact should you tip over or go down on the bike. You get that protection from the sole and the shank that is built in there. Looking at the toe box, I mentioned earlier just how wide it is, but you also get a double layer of leather, the suede leather at the shifter panel. Now I know this is the brake side. It's symmetrical, so you get it on both riding shoes on each side. You do get that double layer of leather, and it is double stitched throughout the entire shoe. So it's gonna be something that's nice and long lasting as you start going down the road, as you start using them and abusing them, you're gonna get that long lasting from the double stitching. Flat waxed laces running all the way up, and it's just a traditional lace style. There's no speed lace design, it's just something you tie off. But I love, if you're not gonna use rounded laces, something that doesn't grab onto things, using wax laces that are flat is even better, just because it keeps them close to the shoe instead of getting caught on your shifter peg, on your brake lever, or getting caught up in the drive chain of the bike. Just keep in mind, there is no storage area for the laces themselves. So if you are running these, I tend to tuck the laces after I tie them into the shoe or underneath of the laces, just to keep them out of the way and keep them up on there. ICON, if you're listening, even a piece of elastic or anything like that, or even a little pocket just to tuck the laces in wouldn't go missed on these ones. One of the biggest names though on this boot is the fact that it's using D3O. So you're getting D3O panel at both sides of the malleolus for ankle protection, both on the lateral as well as the medial side, just to give you a little bit more impact protection should you go down, or if you're just jamming your foot up against the bike, you do have that protection for your ankle, which again with the 6 inch height does keep it over top of the malleolus to keep that protected. There is a heel counter at the back, nice reinforcement at the heel counter just to keep it protected from any rear impacts, or if you happen to hit the peg while throwing your feet up, it's not going to hinder it. But I love that they added the cutout just to make them more comfortable for all day walking around. Swinging over to the medial side, you're looking at a nice clean design with that suede on there. That's what I look for when I'm looking at a pair of riding shoes, or really even just any riding boots or anything like that. You want a clean medial side because that's where you're gripping the bike. You don't want anything that can catch, anything that's going to throw it off or make it feel like you're gripping over, say, like a giant TPU or TPR panel. So I like that they kept that nice and clean. Again, I think it looks really nice up against this white gum sole as well. The toe box is reinforced. I forgot to mention that in the front. It is reinforced about 2 inches out of the toe box, again with that lift as well, and a really reinforced thermal molded sole at the front. You do get a little bit of that cap protection. A bit lighter when you get to where you actually use the shifter panel on the left boot. So ICON, if you're listening, I'd love to see that extended out, just because, again, if you've been there, like I've been there, it's anytime you're shifting and the boots are nice and worn, you can actually feel the metal from the shifter through. So you either need to put a pad on there or figure out something to put between your foot and the shoe, just to keep it a little bit more comfortable when you're shifting down the road. Interior is pretty standard from what we see, a 3D mesh all the way around, so it's something that can allow airflow to go through the canvas, come out of the back, just allow airflow through in there, and it does have an EVA molded insole just to help with a little bit of impact protection inside of there. Should you come down and hit the deck, it's going to be something that gives you a little bit more protection in there. But all in, style-wise, I think these Cargas are fantastic. Just know what you're getting into when you're buying any riding shoe. It's going to be something that's a little lighter on protection, but I think ICON did a great job partnering with D3O, reinforcing the sole, or the toe, reinforcing the sole as well as the heel, just giving you as much protection as you can for a $150 riding shoe with that genuine suede throughout. But if you have any other questions, click that info button. That's going to take you over to the product page where you can read other rider reviews, see what other riders are saying about the Cargas. Don't just take my word for it. Do your own research on the riding gear you're trusting yourself with out on the road. If you still have questions after that, if you're confused on that sizing, since it does fit a half size small, give our customer service agents a call. They're all riders, happy to help you get set up on your next ride. I want to thank you for joining me and checking out the all new ICON Carga shoes. I'm Pat. I'll see you in the next video.